Hey guys, welcome to Adventures of Deanna. I'm Deanna. This is my week 42 weight loss report. Today we're starting off in the kitchen because I believe that weight loss starts in the kitchen. Oh, hey, but did you know weight loss also happens here? Yeah, sleep, in bed. It's important. Let me tell you why it's important. 1 second. This week I was reminded why sleep is so important, why sleep is one of the 4 basics of the program that I'm following, the No BS Weight Loss Program. I had a bad day. I was sleep deprived, I was tired, and my body was throwing up all kinds of hunger signals, just all day distracted, thinking about food, and I was hungry. I was genuinely, my body thought I was hungry because I was sleep deprived. So let's talk about that a little bit more in depth. Your body produces different hormones. Ghrelin is a hormone released in the stomach that signals hunger in the brain. Levels are high before you eat and they're low after you eat. Leptin is a hormone that's released from fat cells and it suppresses hunger and signals fullness in the brain. When you don't get enough sleep, your body makes more ghrelin and produces less leptin. This leaves you hungry and increases your appetite. Also, the hormone cortisol is higher whenever you don't get enough sleep. Cortisol is a stress hormone that may cause appetite. Lack of sleep can also alter the way that your brain works. Lack of sleep can dull the activity in the frontal lobe, the part of your brain that's in charge of making decisions, making healthy choices, doing good things. The reward centers in your brain are more stimulated by food whenever you're sleep deprived. So it's kind of telling yourself, oh, this is great, this is great. So because of ghrelin, because of leptin, because of cortisol, because of the way that your frontal lobe reacts and you're no longer able to make the best decisions, the best choices, because of all of these issues, it's very important to get enough sleep. And like I said, this week was one of those weeks that for some reason I didn't get enough sleep. I have a strict bedtime. I go to bed, I know, early, 9 o'clock at night, and I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I have a bedtime routine whenever I shut down my computer for the night, and then I go and wash my face, brush my teeth, moisturize, and then it's time for bed at 9 o'clock. I fall asleep pretty fast on most the time. I'm a pretty good sleeper, and then I get up at 5. So I have this very strict bedtime routine. That allows me to get at least my 7 hours of sleep. This week, things were not working in my favor. I just wanted to stay up and watch Netflix. Wasn't following my routine, and then that left me sleep deprived. And I definitely felt that I could feel the effects of the hormones in my body. I could definitely feel that I wasn't up to making good choices. I wasn't as... Every day I make my 24-hour plan. I do it in the morning whenever I'm lively and awake and I'm there to advocate for my best self and who I want to be. But later in the day, whenever I'm feeling tired, then it's harder for me to stick to that plan because I'm sleep deprived, because my frontal lobe isn't working as well. It's the activity is dulled because I'm tired. So I'm not as able to make those great decisions, even though, I know that it's in there. I know that that's what I want to do, but then there's this, other side of me that's saying, no, don't go through with that. So sleep is so important. Let me know how you think. Have you noticed that sleep has any effect on the decisions that you make? Are you more likely to go off plan whenever you are sleep deprived? Do you give in to other people's suggestions whenever you're sleep deprived? Does that have any impact on you? I know that it does me. Having said that, we'll get to my week 42 weight loss. This week was, it was pretty good. all things said, it's pretty good. I made my plan most of the days. Most of the days I followed my plan pretty well. Was able to get out and exercise, so that's always good. And drinking my water, you know, I have no problem drinking that gallon of water every single day. That's something that I'm also pretty darn good at. My weight loss for the week. Last week I weighed in at 230.4, and this week I weighed in at 229.8, a loss of 0.6 or half a pound. So I'm down a total now of 36.2 pounds in 42 weeks. I think I'm doing darn good. I know I'm not the fastest weight loss person, but I'm going to stay in my own lane. I'm going to keep doing it this way, keep losing it, and it's going to be slow and effective weight loss. It's time for a story. I didn't talk too much this week, so I thought that I would maybe introduce you to somebody who is very special in my life. And that would be down here next to me. Oh, it's not one of my pets. It's my scale. So this is where my scale sits, outside my dresser, which is right here. And here is my little, on a little hook, is where I record my weight. So I weigh like almost every day. I write down my weight on my little calendar, and it just hangs on this little hook that's on the dresser up here. Oh, got it. And down here is my scale. So my scale is a beast. So it comes in two parts. It has this part that actually does the scale reading. Da, 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 da. And then it has the actual scale part, which is this beast. Oh my God, this is so heavy. It's so heavy. So it doesn't have a lighted display or anything. So unless I think to set up the camera the night before and the light, then you're not going to get my weigh in, because there's no light and it's dark in this room at 5 o'clock in the morning. As you know, that's when I get up. Yeah, unless I think ahead, which I should know how to do, but I don't. I don't always record my weigh-ins, because this is my scale. This scale, why is my scale so special to me? My big beast old-fashioned scale. Back in 1998, I joined Weight Watchers. I did excellent on Weight Watchers. I lost 80 pounds. I started at 200 and I went down to 120. Prior to that, I had always been a heavy person all through high school and my early 20s. And now you guys, maybe if you can do the math, you know how old I am. But yeah, I lost 80 pounds with Weight Watchers, and I became a leader. And I would do meetings, and I did at-work meetings. And the at-work meetings we had a suitcase, and we would keep all the program materials in the suitcase along with the scale. So we would do the weigh-ins. We'd have our program materials there in the suitcase that we transported around with us, along with products that we were supposed to sell, like bars and stuff. I worked for Weight Watchers for many years, and then I decided that I didn't want to work for Weight Watchers anymore. It was just too much having all the jobs and all the driving and all of that. So I quit working for Weight Watchers. I quit working for Weight Watchers and I quit following the plan. I quit following the plan and I stopped weighing and measuring all of my foods, and I stopped counting points, and my portion sizes grew over time. And then, you know, the weight just crept on up. So I then joined Weight Watchers again and quit, and joined again and quit again and quit. Lifetime member, so I really didn't have to pay the joining fee. I just had to pay the weekly fee every time I went. But I'd go for weeks and weeks, and then I'd stop going and go for weeks and weeks, and then I'd stop going, go for weeks and weeks, and stop going. All along, I've still had the scale, never turned it in. But it does remind me that I did it before, and I can do it again. And I know I will. So that's why the scale means so much to me. I thought I'd just share that with you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed my little story time. Do you have a relationship with your scale? Let me know. Comment below. Is it just a love-hate relationship? Is it a love-love relationship? Do you have one of those fancy scales that connects to your Fitbit or phone or anything like that? Tell me about your scale. I want to know. Okay. That's all I have about the scale. So story time, done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our talk this week. As always, click like, subscribe, comment, and come back for more Adventures of Deanna. Thanks.